Yeah, I think this is good. I just had to find like the perfect angle to adjust the tables and stuff. But yeah, now I'm 25 and I definitely have some experiences and I definitely have some knowledge on what I can or cannot do in life. But on the other hand, I can give you some advice. I can give you some very important life advice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Life advices that I wish I knew when I was in high school personally. So I thought today, you know what? I wanted to sit down. I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys and really just kind of like, letting you guys on an interesting journey, you know. So, if you're younger, this is definitely going to be more for you. But if you're a little more older, this could definitely still apply in some ways because I'm still learning in life and stuff myself. So I can always go back to this video. I can always go back to this video far out into the future, and I could just be like, man, so much time has changed. You know what I'm saying? But in life, there are paths that you're gonna have to take. Some paths are bumpy, some paths are straight, some are curvy, and some are very questionable at times. Every path is different. No matter what path you choose, of course, you know what I'm saying? You always want a clear path. If there's one thing that my father always once said is that you always want to find a straight path, a path that a straight path that is clear to you. You know what I'm saying? If this path you walk on doesn't feel off, just simply just remove yourself entirely. It's better it's better to not stay in an area which is gonna be holding you back significantly. So it's just like high school. If you already know what you're doing and you got everything planned out, by all means, hey, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see a lot of great potentials, and I can see a lot of great things for y'all if you're going to universities and colleges. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have a clear path, then you gotta know what you're gonna do, man. Shit, I've been I've been preaching about journaling for months, I guess, months. But for the most part, man, it's like every single decision you make today could impact you for the rest of your life. But there's one thing you gotta know is that do not be influenced by others. Be your authentic self. Be the truest of you could be. You're young. You probably don't have a lot of experiences in life, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Enjoy the time while you still have it because time flies like this. And when it does fly, all you're gonna have left is the memories, and all you're gonna have is just a memory. You know what I mean? Time moves forward with or without you. So use that time as you use your time as well. Don't waste your time by doing absolutely nothing. Cause I don't want y'all be in your bedroom doom scrolling for hours or indulging in video games with no pursuable purpose, or basically being surrounded by a bad influence that only is gonna drag you down to the only gonna drag you down to the gutters of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Be grateful for what you have. Be appreciated, of course. If you got a mom, a dad, if you still got a mom and dad with you, be grateful for that. Even if you got a mom, even if it's just a mom or a father separately, you know what I'm saying. Always still be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Because I work at a security guard as a homeless shelter. That whew, it's not easy, man. It's definitely not easy. See, it's not easy sometimes when that's what them dumb. I'm not saying it's not saying it's all bad though. I'm not saying it's all bad. There is some light and there is some goodness to all this, but a vast majority of the time there is a there is a much more darker and a deeper rabbit hole which that itself really needs its own separate video for. I can definitely talk a little bit more about that one, but let me talk. I think it's the lighting because I'm using this oh, my oldest brother's laptop. I do have a much more modern one, but I don't really have a webcam or anything like that. I gotta buy a webcam. I gotta buy a webcam to enhance the quality in a microphone eventually. Nothing too crazy though. Maybe like one of them cheap microphones that just put over my shoulders or something like that. I mean, I could always use my brother's, microphone just like right over there, but that's a weird that's a whole different set. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, maybe it was the light. Maybe it was the light. I'm not bugging. Yeah. So let me lower it down just a little bit. Perfect. And just adjust that. I think that will be fine. Like this. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. 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 I thought for a second. Hang on. Okay. I thought for a second it was just me, but it's not me. But yeah, that's all I can really say, man. Is that like time can move on without you. So you don't want to be heavily influenced by somebody just because, oh, this person's doing this and that, so I gotta hop on that trend. Like, no, 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 no. What you need to do is that you need to find a hobby that you're interested in, that you pretty much like, and what you also need to do is that you need to basically basically find good friends. I'm not talking about them fake friends that come around once in a blue moon. I'm talking about some real good friends, people that you can hang out with, people that you can socialize with. Also, socialize. I got a younger brother, right? I got a younger brother. He's like 12, 13 years old. And every time I always come home from work or to the gym, it's like I can't bother to ask myself, it's like, man, he's always on the computer consuming. Even though no matter how many times I've always unplugged the thing and I usually engage with him. I do my very best as a big brother to kind of engage with him more and more. But it also in a weird way is that like my other older brother was the same person who influenced him. So in a very weird way is that like they have like this interesting chemistry that practically impacted because of teenage me. In a way though, I do have some regrets about that. And but at the same time though, I can empathize with 14, 15, 16-year old me who isolated himself from his family due to due to the neglection, due to the abuse, due to trauma, due to childhood trauma, what I'm saying? Just wanted to escape the cold hard reality and pretty much be in a world where I didn't have to comply to the rules. You know what I mean? No matter how harsh or how cold it was. I know my parents did their very best, and I know they really tried their hardest. But but there's one thing that I feel like many of my you know many in the West African community, especially my own, always neglect the very thing is that it's just like they don't provide for their kids. I mean, I know my mother did her very best to provide, but I felt like it's more than just working and providing for food and stuff. It's actually showing the love because it's like to me, I'm yeah, I'm going off. I'm going off course. I'm going way off course. I'm supposed to be giving life advices, and here I am rant. Here I am ranting about my own. Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! That's funny. That's funny. But if there's one thing I could definitely say is that be your authentic self. Don't fit in. Don't try to fit into a crowd that doesn't suit you best. Of course, try to find a group of friends where you can basically engage and be part of, be in a simple community. You know what I'm saying? If you're, what I'm saying, work out, put some muscles in there, eat, eat of course. Don't rush home to that computer playing them god awful games that's just rotting your brain away because that's literally what I had to do. I had to basically just throw my brother's phone in the trash. I'm like, listen, you're not doing this yourself because I've seen what it's done to me, and I've seen what it done to my younger brother, my younger brother. I'm not gonna allow my youngest sibling to suffer the same to suffer that same fate me and my younger brother once had. You know what I mean? They're a lot more younger than I am, so I wouldn't want their lives to fall into a literal shithole because as well then if I'm not taking responsibility as an older brother, then who is? Once when you don't have a father around, someone has to put on the big shoes, or someone has to take care of the family. You know what I mean? But we can always talk about that at a different time. But there's also one other advice I'll definitely say. Just what I'm saying, when it comes down to high school, don't just do it. A lot of kids are scared, or a lot of kids are too shy and stuff, and what I'm saying, just do it, man. Go talk to that person, or join a book club, or you know, I know not everyone's lives may be easy, and I can't see from your perspective because you're only watching me from a digital screen, but still, just don't do it anyways. Also, another thing, if you have a young, also you have a, if you have another sibling, if you have a younger sibling who's in school who's getting left back because he refused to read, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to smack the living hell out of that person. I want you to smack them so hard and make them realize it's like, listen, my life is not going to be in shit because of you. That's the type of shit that I had to do to my siblings. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're okay. I mean, they're all right now. Obviously, they got their shit together, but it sucks when they're in that phase and they're under the rebellion phase and they're trying to just now be like, yo, boy, shut up. The fuck are you talking about? Shit. I'm kidding. Now I'm thinking. I swear. But other than that, though, man, I don't really have much to say. Just some advices I can always give. You know what I'm saying? Study hard. Do what you gotta do. Find out what you want to do in life. Please don't waste it all away until you're a senior and then go through a midlife crisis. Nah. Enjoy your time in high school. Enjoy the time while you can. Share these memories, of course. Don't be afraid to use your phones and take some pictures and some videos of your journeys and stuff. You know what I mean? But really, that's all. It's just that I just wanted to see if I could give some kind of a life some advice to the two young. I don't want to say youngsters because that's making me a little more older than I am. But just give me some advices that when I was in high school that I wish I knew. I know there's a lot more I can't think of from the top of my head, but that's probably the most important ones I could think of right now. I could probably always I'll probably come back to this and what I'm saying, I'll give you an entire list of lores, but you know, hope you guys take care. See you around. Oh, and remember, the grind don't stop until it stops. Yeah, you don't forget about that one. Come on now, come on now, come on.